Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, friends and families. I hope this video meets you in the best state of mind and iman. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and my name is Farhan, and for my old subscribers, thank you for staying tuned. So I got a comment from one of my subscribers to talk about my experience living in Malaysia and what the environment is like in terms of the Islam. Yeah, so I moved to Malaysia on the 11th of March 2016 via the dependent visa. My husband was a student and he invited me over. So if you're planning to live in Malaysia or you want to come to Malaysia via the tourist visa for holiday or vacation, please watch this video to the end, and I'll be giving my honest opinion about the people or about the Malaysia itself. Malaysia is a Southeast Asian country and it consists of three main races. We have the Malay, we have the Chinese, and the Indian. And mashallah, Malaysia is a beautiful country that has lots of beach surrounding it. It also has some highlands like the Langkawi highland. We have the highlands in Terengganu. We have some highlands in Sabah and Sarawak. Kuala Lumpur, popularly known as KL, is the capital of Malaysia, and that is where I live. KL has a beautiful site and is filled with lots of beautiful things. So, firstly, I would say Malaysia is an affordable country. It is not necessarily a cheap country, but it is very affordable when you try to compare it with other countries, most especially the Western countries. Malaysia is very affordable, and depending on where you live, you can get an apartment as low as 500 ringgit. Yeah, for a studio apartment, an empty studio apartment, you can get it for as low as 500 ringgit. In places like Gombak, you can get your apartment as low as 500 ringgit, and they also have the high luxury apartments for as much as 3,000 ringgit, depending on your taste. So Malaysia is actually very affordable. And the foods here are very cheap. Malaysians love food. Everywhere you go, what you hear is makan, makan, makan. The food is very cheap and it is easily accessible. You cannot be hungry if you're here. Even if you do not have money, there is always something for you to eat, and the government made it such that there is usually a cheaper alternative to any expensive food. If an expensive food, let's say, is like 10 ringgit, there is usually a cheaper alternative for like 2 ringgit without compromising on its quality. Although most of the foods are usually fatty, but Malaysia is fitness friendly because virtually in almost all the apartments we have a gym or a yoga station or a park in every neighborhood, in every apartment. I remember that I lost over 35 kg in year 2018 using the apartment in my gym without even registering for any fitness trainer or something. All by myself, I lost about 35 kg using the gym in my apartment. So also, with regards to the food, Malaysians always find a way to celebrate. They find every opportunity to come together as a group just to eat and also just to drink. And the most interesting part of it is that most times they eat with their fingers. Even when they are eating rice, they eat with their fingers. Yeah, the next one is internet shopping is very easy. And the main internet shopping in Malaysia is the Shopee and Lazada. Items in these stores are way cheaper than items in the Shopee or Lazada internet shopping. They are usually way cheaper than going to the stores to buy stuff. And the delivery charge is usually also very affordable. Delivery time is also pretty fast as well, and sometimes they also accept cash on delivery for some items depending on where you're ordering from. It will also interest you to know that when I was expecting her baby in 2021, 2022, everything I bought, up to the cutting board, up to baby soap, to the tiniest thing, was bought on Shopee. I never went to any store to get anything. I bought everything I used, baby cot, the nursery, everything on Shopee. Also, I would like to also state that healthcare in Malaysia is very is very good. Yeah, you get top-notch treatment, although it is quite expensive for foreigners. Yeah, it's quite very expensive, not quite expensive. It is very expensive if you're a foreigner, but you get value for your money and you get adequate treatment. And something I love about Malaysia is that Malaysia is safe. It is safe. You can literally just leave your the door of your house open without fear of someone coming in to burgle your house or steal your stuff. Malaysia is very safe. There is no fear that someone is coming to maybe stab you or a gunshot somewhere. No, the country is pretty safe. And the weather is also perfect. Sometimes it can be hot, but Allah has blessed the country so much. Allah loves the people of Malaysia that when the weather is very hot, then it rains. It literally rains. It literally rains every day, and it makes the weather cool. And that is why also fasting in the month of Ramadan in Malaysia is something I always look forward to, because the weather is just so perfect. And that will bring me into talking about the Islam in Malaysia. In Malaysia, there are different religions, but Islam is the major, or let's say the most common religion here. And there are lots of beautiful mosques in the country. And honestly, I feel that if you don't pray Salat on a normal day, when you come to Malaysia, you have no choice than to pray Salat, because there is a mini mosque, which we call the Musalla or the Surah, virtually everywhere. You have the mini mosque, the Surah in the gas station, you have it in the market, you have it in, even in the least expected places, there is always a mosque there for you to pray. So I'm always of the opinion that if you don't offer Salat regularly in Malaysia, I don't think you will be able to offer Salat regularly again. So the country made it easy for you to be able to pray and offer Salat as at when you actually have no reason to combine your Salat. Even when you travel to another state, this via the road transport, this stopover we do have, there is always a mosque there for you to pray. So you have no reason to neglect Salat. So I think that is one thing I love about Malaysia also. And fasting in the month of Ramadan in Malaysia is also something I look forward to. The Taraweeh prayer, the lectures, the gathering, the social gathering during iftar time. In Malaysia, it would interest you to note that you can decide not to cook in your house the whole of Ramadan, and you will eat iftar and sahur. You eat a good meal for iftar and sahur throughout the month of Ramadan without cooking in your house. It is that good. So the country supports the religion of Islam. There are so many Quranic schools you can enroll to. You can enroll in their Alaqah programs that they organize in schools, in universities, that you can also take part in. And also the Taraweeh prayer is something you always look forward to. They invite scholars from different regions for the Taraweeh prayer, and I think that makes it it's something that really makes sense in the country of Malaysia. So if you really want to come to Malaysia, I think the people are accommodating, they are friendly. Yeah, the country is calm. You have nothing to worry about. The weather is perfect. The food is good. Yeah, and accommodation is nice. There is security. If you're someone who loves fitness a lot, you be sure that you would lose a lot of weight in Malaysia if you are consistent using the gym. So I would actually encourage anyone that wants to come here. It's a good place to stay. So Jazakumullah khairan for listening to this video. I will see you in my next video, inshallah. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like and comment. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.